Hello, everyone. Um, Welcome to Muftau Nabila Abdullah YouTube channel. I haven't been here in a long while with many stuff. So many things have been happening behind the scenes, but I haven't shared. But today, I intend to share two things with you. One of them has to do with Ghana's failure to qualify for the African Cup of Nations. The Executive Council of the Ghana FA had a meeting on Wednesday, November 20. The meeting was supposed to start around 10:30 a.m., but it ended up starting around noon. And the other aspect is I'm going into the National Sports Authority. That instituting stinks. It stinks so bad. Despite the plethora of stories that emanated from my pen, to the extent that even people or some staff within the authority accused me of being the man or the journalist who got Professor Chumesi dismissed or sacked from that office. If you ever thought that what you do as a journalist can change institutions, this is clearly a justification that no matter who goes away, the other person coming could be worse. These are people who are just in acting capacity, but everything around that institution stinks. Stinks. And let me just give you a gist. Do you know the e-ticketing company that was engaged to sell tickets at our league venues, at our national team matches? So if we want to go and watch, we buy tickets online. Did you know that this company, the gentleman in charge was not paying the money to the National Sports Authority? Did you know this? Up to the tune of about 800,000 Ghana cedis. 800, almost a million Ghana cedis. This gentleman was arrested. The company that decided to engage him to work took up the cost of paying the money to the state. The money was paid to the state in 3 tranches. I understand the entire 800,000 Ghana cedi was paid to the state in 8 tranches. Half of that money, as you and I speak, I'm still investigating where it went to or who has taken it. How can 400,000 Ghana cedi just disappear in an account and no one seems to know where the money has gone to? Okay, but we'll talk about that later in our subsequent conversations when I'm very satisfied with the intel available to me and I have documents to support those. But let me just tell you what transpired at the Ghana Football Association Executive Council. I'm going to take it chronologically. 1, the GFA have decided that Otto Addo should present his technical report on why Ghana failed to qualify to the African Cup of Nations before a definite decision is taken on his future. This was what happened at the meeting. And those of you who are my ardent viewers on Joy News or follow me on social media might have seen that I posted that the Ghana Football Association Executive Council did not conclude on the future of Otto Addo. This was what happened. Otto Addo's future became a topical point at the meeting on Wednesday. The Executive Council was divided into 2. There was a block that said, let's sack him immediately. There was a block that said, let's not sack him. That was how they arrived at letting Otto Addo to present his report before they take a definite decision on his future. So the block that says that Otto Addo should be sacked said he was given some KPIs. He did not meet them. We gave him the free hand to work. He did not meet them. So why should we keep him? Right? The FA say they appointed only John Pencil and Fatah Odaura as part of his backroom staff. The rest of the people, including Mazars, from that, what's the name of the other assistant he brought? In fact, he even interviewed the assistant and brought him. He interviewed the assistant and told the FA to appoint him. The video analysts, the Mazais, and all those people, they are Otto Addo's men. So they believe he was given the free hand to work, but it did not materialize. So he should take responsibility. So they want him fired. There's the other group that says that we've sacked so many coaches. What has it changed? Nothing. There's this group. They believe that when we sacked CK Akuna in September, we still owe him a severance package. Chris Hughton, we fired him earlier this year. We still owe him a severance package. It doesn't make any financial sense to sack Otto Addo. So they are arguing that Otto Addo should be maintained. That is why, in the end, they said, okay, let's wait for him to bring his technical report. He should come and justify to us why he should continue his job as head coach of the team. Then there was the other aspect of the conversation. And in fact, let me just mention that there is likely to be a reconstitution of the technical team. Reconstitution of that technical team, or the backroom staff of that technical team after next week's Wednesday, November 27th. I understand the meeting was going to happen around 11 a.m. at the FA headquarters. They want to reconstitute the technical team because they do not have confidence in the technical team, especially the backroom staff. So they want to reconstitute it ahead of the World Cup qualifiers. And those of you who are following me on Facebook and Twitter, you might have seen that report already. I did it. The FA has also decided that they will apologize to Ghanaians for the consistent failures of the Black Stars. And they will also announce the dissolution of the management committee. It was dissolved long ago. So yes, these are the things they want to do. In terms of resignation, no one is going to resign. No one is going to resign because they said they were voted, they were not appointed. And they were voted to represent blocks. So they are not going to resign. So don't expect anyone there to resign. I think that is basically it. Yeah, that's basically it. Maybe I've forgotten some of them, and if I remember, probably I'll be back here to share them with you. But me, from where I sit, what I do know is that Otto Addo will not be sacked. He's going to keep his job. The other thing that let me just mention is that I've mentioned that the FA do not have confidence in the technical team or the backroom staff. The other thing I can mention with certainty is that the FA president too doesn't even have confidence in his own executive council. I was told that he had a meeting with Otto Addo to ask him, what are your challenges? What is making it difficult for you to win matches? I do not have details of what happened in that meeting. but let me tell you one thing too. You know, it is quite weird that this Ghana Football Association is running the association without a policy, like lay down steps. This is what we want to do. We want to do A. They do not have that. Now they want to have a retreat to discuss that later. I don't know when that is going to happen, but that's what they're going to do. You can't run football haphazardly. There's a gentleman over there. I told him there should be a policy to govern football. You don't run the association haphazardly. That's not how football is managed. I don't know what is going to happen. We wait to see. In fact, I was told that some people within the executive council want to resign. And in fact, okay, I don't know if I can say this, but I will not mention names. Only 3 people on the executive council are worth their salt. That only 3 people can speak up when the president is speaking. The rest are quiet. Only 3 people. One of them is a very calm person, but when he decides to speak, they listen. The president listens. There's the other person and there's the other person. I don't want to mention names, but let me just leave it that. I am Otto Addo, and as I mentioned earlier, if there's anything that I've forgotten, I'll bring it back here. You can also go on the Joy Sports Twitter and Facebook accounts, what I did on television this morning has been put up there. I mentioned lots of the things that happened at a meeting. So yeah, you can go there and listen some more. But basically, even this one is more detailed than what I dropped on television early today on my show. Thank you very much for joining me.